Still in the library, still Saturday Glenfiddich, but this time we're with Mr. Two Pairs of Brogues Johnston. Finlay, before we start talking about the Glenfiddich proper, tell me why I saw you walking about this morning with a pair of brogues on your feet and another pair in your hands.
Well, one of my laces is on its last legs, so I thought I'd better take a second pair in case it breaks. So
This might sound like a stupid thing to say, but would it not have been better just to put the second pair on and not have to worry about it?
I've got an attachment to these ones.
Is that right? Do you have these little things that you worry about before you play?
Nah, not really. I just didn't want sore heels with new brogues. So.
Because we just had a conversation with Angus McCall, and he was saying that one year he was walking up the steps, the one walking up to the platform, and one of his laces actually broke.
I remember that actually.
So he just curled his toes for the whole MSR.
Did he not win that year? I think he might have.
He couldn't remember because he's got a terrible memory.
So it must have been a good omen, you know.
So we've been talking to people this year about the fact that it's the 50th anniversary of the Glenfiddich this year. And I want to start off by asking you when, as a young piper, you realised that there was this competition that took place up here every year?
I don't know, that's a good question. I feel like I've sort of always really known about it, but you know, it must have, I don't know, certainly when I started competing in the juniors, I knew it was going on, and I can't remember the first year we came up here, but I came up with my mum and dad and watched it as a young lad, and I always thought I'd love to be here, you know, someday. So
it was in the back of your mind from a very early age that you wanted to come and play here?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was, you know, for me, I'd always seen it as the sort of pinnacle of the solo piping world. So yeah, it was always a bit of a dream, you know. And
can you remember the first year?
First year
you
playing?
Played?
Yeah, 2012. Yeah, I loved it. It was great. Just quite nerve-wracking, but like it's a great experience being here. Like I've said this previously, but like I think the audience are really behind everybody, so it makes it more enjoyable than maybe some other.
Slightly different sort of competition then.
Yeah, I think it feels different. Maybe that's just in my mind, but yeah, I always enjoy being here. I feel lucky to be here as well. You know, it's tough to get here in the first place. So.
And can you remember who else played that year alongside you?
I can't, to be honest. No, my memory's not much better. But yeah, it was good.
Because we were talking to people yesterday, and I was asking them about you know, previous times that they played here, and some of them were saying, "Oh, I remember the tunes that so and so played in 1986 and things like that."
Yeah, I wouldn't be one of those people that could do
that.
You
weren't here in 1986, were you? So
I was one.
Just well, there you go.
So no, I can't really fully remember the sort of some of the guys, but not everyone. So.
And as someone that came, you know, quite a lot as a youngster with your mum and dad, how did it feel when you actually came with a set of pipes to play rather than just to sit in the audience and listen?
Yeah, daunting. It's like it's a big room, and you know, there's probably upwards of 400 people in the room. So I think I was sort of acutely aware of that at first. But after you sort of realise how it feels, you get into it, and just enjoyable. I always look forward to it now. So.
You spend a lot of time teaching now. Do the youngsters that you teach have the same idea and desire to play here that you did when you were their age?
I think some of them do. Yeah, the ones that are focused on solo piping, they know exactly what it is. But I suppose there's lots of other routes you can go in piping now. Not everybody wants to go that way, but I'm not actually teaching quite as much anymore. But yeah, I think that the ones that do solo piping definitely see this as being one of the highlights, you know.
And you know, given that we've got to 50 years now, how do you see it evolving? I mean, you're young enough that you would, I presume, hope to still be coming here over the next 10, 20 years or so. Would you like to see any changes, or are you comfortable with the format that the competition has at the moment?
No, I mean, I love it the way it is. I'm probably a bit of a purist, so like I think it's really well set up, and yeah, I don't think so. I'd like it just to carry on, and I hope it stays the same and healthy, you know.
Good. And what highlights have you got over the last few years? I've been asking other pipers what are their kind of golden moments from Glenfiddich's past. What would your two be?
Yeah, I suppose I think the first time I played here would be one of them, and then also the first time that I won in 2018. particularly because my dad was still here and he always came up to support. So that's quite a strong memory.
Yeah.
That I really value. You know.
Good. Well, listen, Finlay, thanks very much for talking to me today. I will get yourself
thanks.
organised for later on, and have a good weekend.
All right, brilliant. You too.
Cheers. Thanks.